It is time for our first trivia polls. So you're on. Now we've got two questions for you. What is the most widely spoken first language in the European Union? And which was the official language of England for over 300 years? So if we can launch the polls, and I would ask our audience to please vote. Take your pick. If there's 100 people here, I'd like to see a little bit more engagement here. All right. Okay, I think we're, oh, there's a few more votes. It's interesting. Again, notice the question, what is the most widely spoken first language in the European Union? And language does matter with, all right. I'd say 82, wow. Here we've got the more participation than the US election, so I think we can stop. Oh, no, a few more, okay. So one here, and so the result, this is what you answered. Again, the European Union was the key one. We revised the question yesterday to make sure that the answer was actually correct, but well, do I need to say the results as well? I guess so, or are we showing? Okay, so for the first one, the language in question is actually German. And Russian would have been the answer, the correct answer, if we had said Europe and not specifically the European Union, of which the Russia is not a part. And two, which was the official language of England for 300 years after Christ, that would be French. So you guys are correct. Trivia time for our next trivia questions. These questions, unlike the previous ones, are actually drawn from our university archives. So I wanted to thank our graduate assistant, Victoria Cataloni, for combing through bulletin and general catalogs to dig out this type of action. So first question, in which year was the first female named chair of a foreign language department at Sdsu? And mind you that foreign was the name that they used, so we've kept it. Second question, which language was removed from the Sdsu program of study for 15 years in 1915? Let's see if more people vote. We are about halfway there. I see you're thinking. We're almost at 80. A few more want to give it a try. Okay, I think there you go. So this is what you have answered. Of course, we ask questions that are not that easy to answer. And contrary to your intuition, the first female chair of the foreign language department, Dr. Elizer, in 1915. 1959 and was chair from 1959 to 1962 of the foreign language department then. And the second question, the answer is also surprising because, you know, rightly so, you've thought of German. It's World War I, right? So what is going on here? Instead, I don't know what the French did, but the French was removed from the bulletin of courses offered in 1915 until 1930. So for 15 years they were banned. Who knows? Thank you. Okay, last trivia questions also from the archives. The first 3 languages added to the program of study of San Diego State Normal School, that was San Diego State back then, 1910, where? Ta-da! And the question in 1950, San Diego State College offered the major program in which language? Okay, so I see that you are getting smarter here on how we've organized these questions. And indeed, you are correct. German, French, and Spanish. In 1910 and 11, in that academic year, students could study any of these 3 languages. And German and Spanish at only levels 1 and 2. So the first year, and the third, fourth as well. And in 1950, San Diego State offered a major in Spanish. So most of you were correct. The only majors available in language were, in fact, was Spanish, and there was a major advanced languages back then. At this time, only a minor in French was available.